The moment the sticky honey hit his face, the entire room burst into laughter. Phones came out. People pointed. Someone shouted, "That's what you get." But what no one knew was that the man standing there in silence owned every single company that paid their salaries. And in less than 1 hour, everything would change. Mr. David Okoro was one of the richest men in the country. A billionaire known in business circles as the Silent Giant. Yet outside the boardroom no one could recognize him. David hated showing off. After growing up poor and sleeping on cold floors, he believed wealth should change lives, not egos. So once in a while he went undercover, dressed like an ordinary man, to see how people truly treated those they thought were powerless. That afternoon, David walked into Crown Heights Lounge, a luxury event hall hosting an elite networking brunch. Entry cost more than most people's monthly salary, but David owned the place. Wearing plain trousers, a simple shirt, and old shoes, he stood out immediately. Whispers followed him. Who invited him? He looks lost. This is not a soup kitchen. Across the room stood a group of young elites, sons and daughters of wealthy families. At the center was Leo Grant, loud, arrogant, and drunk on privilege. Leo noticed David standing alone near the refreshment table. "Yo," Leo laughed, lifting a jar of premium honey meant for the event. "Looks like the poor guy could use something sweet in his life." His friends laughed. Someone pulled out a phone. David felt the eyes on him but remained calm. He had faced worse in life. Leo walked closer. "Hey old man," he sneered. "You lost? Or you hoping someone here will save you?" Before David could respond, Leo flipped the jar. Thick, golden honey poured down David's head, dripping onto his face, clothes, and shoes. The room exploded in laughter. Sticky situation. "Someone get him bread." Honey dripped into David's eyes. He stood still, silent, humiliated. A young female staff member rushed forward. "Sir, are you okay?" she whispered. David nodded gently. "I'm fine. Thank you for being kind." That kindness would soon change her life forever. Suddenly the hall doors opened. A group of executives in sharp suits walked in, scanning the room nervously. "There he is," one shouted. They rushed toward David. "Mr. Okoro, we've been searching everywhere for you. The board meeting is waiting." The laughter stopped. Phones froze mid-record. Leo's smile vanished. Wait, Leo stammered. "Who did you say he is?" The executive turned sharply. "This is David Okoro, CEO of Okoro Global, owner of Crown Heights Lounge, and the man funding half the companies represented in this room." The silence was deafening. Honey still dripped from David's clothes. Leo dropped the jar. No, this must be a joke." David slowly wiped his face and looked straight at him. "You thought I was a nobody," David said calmly. "You thought my appearance gave you the right to humiliate me." Leo fell to his knees. "Sir, please. I didn't know. I was just joking." David's voice remained steady. "You weren't joking. You were revealing your character." David turned to the event manager. "Anyone who laughed, anyone who recorded instead of helping." He paused. "They are banned from all my properties." Gasps filled the room. Then he turned to the young staff lady who defended him. "What's your name?" "Ada, sir. You showed compassion when it mattered. Starting tomorrow, you'll be my personal assistant." Ada burst into tears. David faced Leo one last time. "Honey is sweet," he said softly, "but humiliation is bitter." Security escorted Leo and his friends out as they cried and begged. Later that evening, after the hall was empty, David stood alone, cleaned up, staring at his reflection. Wealth hadn't protected him, but humility had revealed everything. As he walked out, Ada followed him, still shaking. "Sir, why didn't you stop them earlier?" David smiled gently. "Because sometimes people need enough rope to show who they really are." Never judge a person by their appearance. Never mock someone you don't understand. Because today's nobody could be tomorrow's boss, or worse, your downfall. If you enjoyed this powerful story, like, subscribe, and share for more emotional and inspiring stories. Thanks for watching.